Namaste and Siddhi Pranam. Welcome to your today's topic, which is nutrition and fertility. So let's dive deep into understanding the importance of nutrition in our fertility health, and also when a combination of your yogic lifestyle and nutrition, what miracles it can do for our reproductive health. So as we begin to understand the value of nutrition in our reproductive health, it's really important to understand that it's very, the journey of conception and parenthood is very deeply personal and meaningful for many couples and individuals. So, while there are various factors that influence fertility, nutritional balance and overall well-being, all those activities that we do for our overall well-being can really have power to optimize our reproductive health. So in recent years, the integration of yoga into fertility has gained, significant attention and recognition for its holistic approach in supporting fertility. And yoga is really an ancient practice which is very, very holistic in nature, as we include pranayama, the breathing practices, meditation, mindfulness techniques to it. So yoga in itself becomes a very holistic practice that has a strong foundation to support our fertility health. And beyond the numbers of numerous benefits of physical benefits of yoga and mental benefits of yoga, yoga is, if we follow yoga holistically, that means including a yogic lifestyle. That also means following the nutrition balance from an eye of yoga and yogic lifestyle, then that can really bring a lot of overall balance to our health, and that also means that can aid in fertility for us, especially in the given times where we are really exposed to lots and lots of amount of toxins in our air and water and even food in various manners. So here, yoga and nutrition or yogic nutrition combining can play a great role for us. So, we will delve in this chapter on how nutrition and yogic lifestyle together can enhance our digestion, regulate our hormones, reduce stress, improve our blood circulation, and also promote our emotional well-being, which all will together create an optimal environment for conception. So as we walk on the journey to incorporate yogic lifestyle into our day-to-day life, we promote our journey, we promote our overall health, and fertility becomes a very spontaneous phenomena for all of us practicing this lifestyle. So let's dive deep into understanding the importance of nutrition and diet. So nutrition plays a very crucial role in human health and well-being, and it really impacts our many physiological processes, and that also includes fertility. And optimal nutrition is really vital for our reproductive health, as it really directly influences our hormonal balance that is really required for successful fertility. So having adequate intake of macronutrients, which includes proteins, carbohydrates, fats, is really essential for the production of reproductive hormones like estrogen or progesterone. And additionally, an appropriate amount of or balance of micronutrients, which includes the vitamins, minerals, is really crucial for the development and the function of the reproductive system. So nutritional deficiency can actually lead to hormonal imbalances and disruption in our ovulation process, especially for women, and irregular menstrual cycles, and creating the issue of infertility. So There is another thing which is energy metabolism. So energy metabolism refers to the processes involving in conversion of food into usable energy for cellular activity. So proper energy metabolism is really crucial for supporting the high energy demands of the reproductive tissues and the function. So caloric intake and expenditure plays a very significant role in maintaining our reproductive health. Both excessive calorie intake can lead to lead to obesity, and insufficient calorie intake can cause undernutrition or anorexia, and that can disrupt our energy metabolism and negatively impact the fertility. The next factor that plays a great role that we need to understand is obesity. So often, often obesity is a result of excessive calorie intake and also a sedentary lifestyle, and which hence is really associated with tons of problems with reproductive health. So in women, obesity can lead to irregular menstrual cycle and anovulation, which is absence of ovulation, and also most commonly seen these days is polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is PCOS, and all of which contributes to reduced fertility. And in men, obesity can lead to decreased sperm quality and impaired sperm function and also hormonal imbalance. And further, obesity also increases the risk of pregnancy complication and also the risk of gestational diabetes and preeclampsia during the pregnancy period. And if that is not taken care, then also it has long-term impact on our overall health even in the old age. And that's where nutrition plays a great role in overall health management all along our life, not just during our young age when we can reproduce, but later on when we cannot, but still we need to remain healthy, and nutrition continues to play a great role in our lives. Now, another factor that impacts is undernutrition. So undernutrition can be characterized by inadequate calorie intake, which also has impact on our fertility health. But sometimes undernutrition can also be from consuming high amount of processed food, which are dense in calories but very low in nutrition. So that's when also you might look fat, but actually you are undernourished. So this also impacts the fertility health hugely. So in women, undernutrition can really disrupt the hormonal balance, which leads to menstrual irregularity and anovulation once again. And severe undernutrition, people can undernutrition. People can have disorders like anorexia or amenorrhea. Amenorrhea is absence of menstruation cycle completely. Even women can have that if they are very, very malnutrition. Or complete infertility could also be there in women with complete malnutrition. And in men, undernutrition can impair their sperm production and function, leading to reduced fertility. So optimal nutrition and proper energy metabolism are essential for the intricate processes involved in our reproductive health. And both obesity and undernutrition can disrupt the hormonal health, the sperm health, and our overall fertility. So it's really crucial for people that are trying to conceive to maintain a well-balanced diet that includes appropriate macro and micronutrients. So proper diet and a conscious eating, therefore, will really provide, valuable nutrients and will ensure that the energy metabolism for the person is maintained, and that will hence promote fertility and our reproductive health. So coming on to the key nutrients for the fertility. So the first would be folate. So folate is a B vitamin, and it's well known for its importance during pregnancy, but its role in fertility is equally significant. So for women with adequate folate levels before conception have been associated with a reduced risk of neural tube defects in the developing fetus, and additionally, folate helps support ovulation and the production of the healthy egg. So food that are generally rich in folate includes leafy greens and legumes, citrus food, and fortified cereals. Next would be antioxidants, which are really essential for protecting our cells that are subjected to damage caused by the free radicals. So when it comes to fertility, antioxidants have been shown to improve sperm quality and function in men, and they reduce oxidative stress, which can impair sperm health. So vitamin C and E, zinc, and selenium are a few examples of antioxidants. So vegetables, fruits, whole grains, nuts, and seeds are rich sources of antioxidants. Berries also can be taken as a great resource for antioxidants. Next would be omega-3 fatty acids. They are essential fats that have numerous health benefits, including the reproductive health. And these fats are known for their anti-inflammatory properties and really can help regulate the hormonal balance. In women, omega-3 fatty acids may improve ovulation and promote a healthy uterine environment for implantation. And for men, they can enhance the sperm quality. So usually for non-vegetarian, they can have omega-3 fatty acids from fatty fish like salmon and sardines. And for vegans or vegetarians, walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds are excellent source of omega-3 fatty acids. Next important component is vitamin D. So vitamin D plays a very, very crucial role in our overall health and has been linked to fertility as well. So in women, vitamin D deficiency is associated with ovulatory disorder, PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, and also increased risk of gestational diabetes in future and during pregnancy. So in men, low vitamin D levels are linked to poor sperm quality. So usually having good amount of sun exposure and sunlight exposure around 20 minutes to 40 minutes a day is a good way to receive vitamin D3 from the sunlight. And some foods that contain vitamin D or are enriched in vitamin D would be some dairy products, fatty fish, and eggs are also a good source. And in some few vegetables like broccoli and mushrooms, they all are also good in vitamin D. And if consumption of vitamin D3 through food is not adequately sourced, we can always supplement through using supplements. And both non-vegan and vegan supplements for D3 are available. Iron is also a very essential mineral that supports the production of healthy red blood cells, which are responsible for transporting oxygen throughout the body. So in women, iron deficiency or anemia can really lead to irregular menstrual cycle and decreased fertility. And it's important for women to maintain adequate iron levels to support their reproductive health. And good sources of iron would include lean meats, beans, fortified cereal, and spinach. And also beetroots. If you Google the list, you'll find many vegetables as a very good source of iron. And one note for iron. So whenever, if the women are trying to increase the level of iron in their body, especially for being fertile, or they are pregnant already and trying to increase the level of iron because they are anemic from past, which many women are these days. So it's important to consume vitamin C for better absorption of iron if they are taking in form of supplements. But if they are taking through, let's suppose, beans and cereals and spinach and beetroot, then including something that has vitamin C, just like eating spinach with tomatoes, is a great idea. Adding some tomato puree to your beans, a great idea, and or lemon juice, slightly lemon juice. All these can really combining with vitamin C with iron-rich foods is a great idea to enhance those iron levels. Iron absorption level would be great. Now the next add-on would be important point about iron is, so caffeine intake during or after about 2 hours of your iron intake. For example, you just had a very nice good spinach sandwich, but you are having cappuccino with it. So what happens is that all the kind of iron that you were supposed to receive from spinach, more than 50% of iron will not be absorbed in your body the moment you intake caffeine with any iron-rich food. So if the woman is already struggling with anemia or lack of iron, then either completely letting go of caffeine or having at least 2 or plus hours of gap. Usually people do have food and tea and coffee along with that, but having a gap where the food is not combined with or any type of caffeine will be a great contributor in increasing the level of irons. So whatever they can even receive from the food, they will not, because they are combining with foods that are not in sync with greater absorption of iron in the body. Next essential nutrient is zinc, and it's a trace of mineral that plays a very crucial role once again in the reproductive health for both men and women. In men, the zinc is involved in the production of testosterone and sperm development, and low zinc levels have been associated with reduced sperm count and motility. And in women, zinc contributes to the maturation of egg and proper hormone regulation. And foods such as legumes, pumpkin seeds provide a great source of zinc. Now let's move on to hormonal-rich foods to support our hormonal health. So in yoga, basically, the food is considered not just for sustenance, but also a powerful tool for balancing our body, mind, and spirit. And in traditional Indian cuisine, with its rich array of spices, herbs, and wholesome ingredients, really offer a wealth of options to support hormonal health and promote fertility. So, drawing from the principle of Ayurveda and yogic wisdom, certain foods can have a profound impact on regulating hormones and enhancing reproductive health. And few of them would be, turmeric. So, even though, let's say, if you're not from India or you are not aware of these spices, but nowadays spices are available across the globe, and somehow trying to create unique way to include these spices in your overall health, in your overall diet, can really enhance overall vitality and overall health for all beings using it. So turmeric is a great spice, and it's rich in curcumin. It's a powerful antioxidant, anti-inflammatory compound, along with vitamin C and E, iron, magnesium, and the dietary fiber. So it's been really shown that turmeric has the power to regulate estrogen levels in our body. Ghee, which is clarified butter that contains essential fatty acids like vitamin A, D, E, and K, as well as a conjugated linoleic acid, CLA, which has been associated with various health benefits, and it really supports the production of hormones, particularly progesterone. And adequate levels of progesterone are really crucial for maintaining healthy menstrual cycle and promoting fertility in women. Asafoetida is also known as hing in local Indian language. This contains compounds like ferulic acid, gum, and volatile oils that provides anti-inflammatory, digestive, and antioxidant properties. And it's really also a source of minerals like iron, calcium, phosphorus, and it's very therapeutic in nature and aids digestion, and is really beneficial for balancing our hormones. Ashwagandha is another powerful herb, which is an adaptogenic herb commonly used in Ayurvedic medicines to support the reproductive health. It contains iron, calcium, various vitamins, minerals, and it reduces stress, balances our hormones, and enhances fertility both in men and women. Now, including dates is also a very great idea to your diet, which are rich in nutrients like iron. They're good source for dietary fiber, potassium, magnesium, vitamin A, and folate. And they also support reproductive health by improving the sperm quality, regulating menstrual cycle, and improving energy during pregnancy. Moringa is another great herb, and moringa leaves and seeds both are packed with great micronutrients like vitamin A, C, and E, and minerals like calcium, iron, and also has antioxidants and amino acids. And moringa helps regulate hormonal health and improve egg quality and boost our overall fertility. Few more foods would be saffron, and saffron is really known for containing protein, quercetin, antioxidant, and minerals like potassium and magnesium. And it's really believed to enhance fertility in both men and women, and it also improves sperm motility and boosts the libido in both men and women. Fenugreek is another great herb, or fenugreek seeds really contain compounds that mimic estrogen, helping to balance hormones and regulate menstrual cycles. They are rich in fiber, protein, iron, magnesium, manganese, and vitamin A and C. It also provides ovulation and increased milk production in the nursing mothers. Jaggery, which is a natural sweetener made from the sugar cane or palm syrup, is a rich source of iron, calcium, potassium, magnesium, and various vitamins, including B vitamins, which is essential for reproductive health. And it helps combat anemia and provide nourishment during pregnancy. Almonds are also another great source of vitamin E, healthy fatty acids, magnesium, manganese, protein, and they're also beneficial for reproductive health. And they can also improve sperm quality and support ovarian function and enhance the fertility. Cardamom is also a very warming spice that helps improve circulation and digestion, and it contains essential oils and phytochemicals, antioxidants, and minerals like potassium and magnesium, and it can promote hormonal health and stimulate the reproductive system. Now, Indian gooseberry, also known as amla. Amla is a very nutrient-rich fruit that supports overall health and is high in vitamin C, antioxidants, dietary fiber, and minerals such as calcium, phosphorus, and boosts fertility and improves sperm health, sperm quality, and protect the eggs from oxidative stress in women. So if the availability of Indian gooseberry is not there, though these days amla is available in dry powder form or other ways, dry forms also, but the genre of berry, the species of berries, has more or less similar kind of values into them. So getting on your hands on to any kind of berries, depending on the region you live, would be really, really beneficial for health anyway. Now, fennel seeds also comes in next in this category, where fennel seeds have estrogen-like properties that can help regulate regulate the menstrual cycle for women. They are also a good source of fiber, essential oils, antioxidants, and minerals such as calcium, magnesium, and potassium. They also aid in digestion and reduce inflammation. Coconut is another great source, and its oil are rich in MCTs, which is medium chain triglycerides, and MCTs really help with our overall, providing the omega-3 fatty acids to the body, and healthy fats, fiber, vitamin E is there in coconut oil, and minerals like manganese is also present. Coconut oil is also rich in copper, and it supports the production of hormonal production and can regulate the menstrual cycle and enhance fertility. Pumpkin seeds are also an excellent source of zinc, which plays a vital role in fertility and reproductive health, and they are also rich in protein, healthy fats, fiber, iron, magnesium, and antioxidants. They aid in improving sperm quality and support healthy egg development. Holy basil is another beautiful sacred herb in India, and it's considered it's well known for its medicinal properties, and it's rich in antioxidants, essential oils, vitamin A and C, calcium, iron, and zinc. It helps regulate hormones, reduces inflammation, supports reproductive system, boosts overall vitality. You can have tulsi fresh. You can order tulsi seeds and maybe have it in your herb garden, or you can buy herbal teas that are made from tulsi. You can also buy, tulsi powder or tulsi essential oil. It's actually available in many forms. Though the nutrient composition change as you change the form of the plant, but still the benefits remains to some extent, or quite a good extent. So just exploring which form will work for you is a great idea to add foods like tulsi or plants like tulsi in your food regime. Sesame, black sesame seed, also another great resource. So black sesame seeds are nutrient dense and rich in antioxidants, and they are abundant in essential fatty acids, protein, and fiber, as well as calcium, iron, magnesium, and vitamin. They are believed to improve fertility, regulate menstrual cycle, and support healthy sperm production. Cinnamon is also a great herb, and it's a warming spice that helps regulate blood sugar levels and improve insulin sensitivity, and it's a good source of fiber, manganese, calcium, iron, antioxidants as well. And it can aid in balancing hormones related to, polycystic ovarian syndrome, and also support overall reproductive health. Carom seeds, commonly known as ajwain in Indian traditional names. So carom seeds have been used traditionally to elevate menstrual cramp and regulate menstrual cycle. It contains essential oils, thymol, calcium, iron, and fiber, and they have anti-inflammatory properties and support reproductive health also. Another great fruit available mostly in India is known as Indian blackberry or jamun. Indian blackberry is a fruit which is high in antioxidant content, and they are packed with vitamin C, antioxidants, dietary fiber, minerals such as potassium, magnesium, and iron, and it helps regulate blood sugar levels and support overall reproductive health. Aloe vera is another great plant that supports in our fertility health and has great healing property, which provides vitamin A, C, E, B, and it's also rich in enzyme, amino acids, minerals such as calcium, magnesium, and zinc, and also polyacrides are also rich in aloe vera, and it is really beneficial for our gut health, which is directly, beneficial and essential for optimal hormonal production and absorption. So, supporting fertility and overall well-being is also a great job that aloe vera does quite well. And incorporating all of these foods into a well-balanced diet can really provide us essential nourishment and support our fertility and overall well-being. So let's look at a yogic approach to nutrition. So the yogic perspective on nutrition really emphasizes on the principle of ahimsa, which is non-violence, and sattvic, which is pure. So making ahimsa, that is non-violent, and sattvic food choices for promoting fertility and overall health, overall well-being of a human being would be a way to see yogic approach towards nutrition for fertility. So central to this is the philosophy and is the concept of prana, or life force energy, and its relationship with the quality of. So ahimsa, which means non-violence or non-harming, is a fundamental principle in yoga, and it really encourages individuals to practice compassion towards all living beings, including animals and the environment. And from a nutritional standpoint, this translates to making very conscious choices that minimize harms and suffering. So yogis are usually encouraged to adapt vegetarian or vegan diets and avoid consumption of meat, fish, and egg, which involves taking, life of a living being. So the yogic diet also focuses on sattvic foods. Sattva, one of the three gunas, qualities. Three gunas means the qualities of nature. In yoga philosophy, sattva really represents purity, harmony, and balance. So sattvic foods are basically considered to be pure, light in nature, and easily digestible. That promotes clarity of mind and spiritual growth. So they are typically fresh, organic, and minimally processed, and usually would include fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, seeds, legumes, and dairy products in moderation for those who consume dairy. Sattvic foods are believed to really enhance the flow of prana, nourishing the body, mind, and spirit. So prana is known as the life force energy, and it's also a very vital concept in yoga. And so we can see prana as a subtle energy that permeates all living beings and is responsible for maintaining our health and vitality. So prana is not only obtained through breathing, but also through the food we consume. So according to yogic lifestyle or yogic philosophy, the quality of prana in the food is influenced by several factors, including the source, the preparation, the mindset while cooking, and overall energies around in this space. So fresh, organic, and locally sourced foods are believed to contain higher levels of prana compared to processed or chemically treated foods. So the yogic approach to nutrition goes beyond the physical aspect of food and considers its impact on our overall health well-being. So consuming sattvic foods that are rich in prana, whoever consumes it, people can actually see tremendous results and benefits for their both physical and mental health and balance. However, it's really essential for us to know that yogic approach to nutrition is not prescriptive or dogmatic. So basically, yoga really respects individual differences and acknowledges that different bodies have different needs. While some yogis choose to adhere strictly to a sattvic, vegetarian, or a vegan diet, others may adopt a more flexible approach and incorporating other types of foods in moderation based on their personal constitution and lifestyle. Let's understand about building a fertile foundation and using Ayurvedic principle and of dosha balancing to in favor of our reproductive. So when it comes to fertility, nourishing the body with a balanced diet is really crucial, and incorporating Ayurvedic principle and dosha balancing techniques can provide us guidance in terms of personalizing our dietary plan that supports fertility. So Ayurveda is an ancient Indian system of medicine and food that recognizes unique constitution of each individual, which is known as dosha. So by understanding your own personal dosha and tailoring your diet accordingly, you can really optimize fertility and create a fertile foundation for your reproductive health. And according to Ayurveda doshas, doshas are categorized into basically three: vata, pitta, and kapha. And each dosha represents different elements and energetic qualities, and individuals typically have a dominant dosha or a combination of two doshas. By determining your own dosha, you can really identify the dietary recommendations that will help balance your own unique constitution and support fertility. For example, for individuals with vata dosha, characterized with the quality of air and space, a fertility supporting diet should focus on grounding and nourishing foods. So vata individuals may benefit by incorporating warm, cooked foods that are easy to digest, and healthy fats like coconut oil, ghee, will really help provide the lubrication and support that their body needs for healthy hormonal production. Nourishing foods like whole grains, root vegetables, cooked fruits, and warming spices like cinnamon and ginger are also beneficial with individuals with dominant vata dosha. And it's also important to minimize cold, raw, and dry foods that aggravates the vata dosha in the vata dominant individuals. In individuals that have pitta dosha as their dominant nature, and it's usually associated with the fire element, should really strive for cooling and soothing diet that will help them balance their fiery nature. So emphasizing on fresh, organic, and lightly cooked foods would be really helpful for them. And incorporating variety of leafy greens, sweet and juicy fruits, and cooling herbs like cilantro and mint, cooling oils like coconut and olive can be really used for cooking. And people with pitta dominance should really reduce on hot, spicy, and fried food, as well as excessive caffeine or alcohol, which contributes to inflammation and imbalance in their bodies. People with kapha dosha as their dominant characteristics, which represents the element of earth and water, benefits from a diet that is light, warm, and invigorating, focusing on incorporating variety of colorful vegetables, bitter greens, and stimulating spices like turmeric or black pepper is really helpful in adding in the kapha dosha dominant diet. And using minimal amount of healthy oils and using lighter versions of cooking methods would be really, really helpful, such as steaming or sauteing their veggies. That could be more beneficial for kapha individual. And it's also important for them to minimize heavy oiling or excessive sweet foods, as well as dairy products, which exacerbate kapha imbalance. And it's really important to see that, the Ayurvedic approach to fertility is very holistic, at the same time is individualized. So when it comes to designing a healthy Ayurvedic diet, one should actually consider consulting an Ayurvedic practitioner or Ayurvedic doctor that can help them create a personalized diet based on their unique constitution and health needs. Because usually an Ayurvedic doctor can assess their dosha and evaluate any kind of imbalances the person might have, and recommend specific dietary and lifestyle adjustment to support their fertility and reproductive health. Next, coming on to the role of detoxification and purification in rejuvenating the body and enhancing the chances of, or enhancing the reproductive health or fertility. So, detoxification and purifications are concepts that are also deeply rooted in yogic philosophy and have been practiced for centuries to promote overall well-being, including fertility as well. So in the yogic tradition, the body is seen as a temple, and cleansing practices are really believed to help remove physical and energetic impurities and allowing for a state of balance and optimal functioning. So incorporating periodic cleansing and fasting practices is really beneficial for eliminating toxins and rejuvenating the body, and thereby really ultimately enhancing the fertility in the body. So next would be how do we focus on eliminating the toxins. So our bodies can really accumulate toxins from various sources such as environmental pollutants, processed foods, and stress overall. So cleansing practices or detoxing practices can really help facilitate the elimination of these toxins, reducing the burden on the body's detoxification organ like liver, kidneys, and lymphatic system. So by clearing toxins, the body can really function more efficiently, and that will ultimately lead to improved reproductive health. Detoxification practices can also support in terms of hormonal balance. So cleansing and fasting practices can restore our hormonal balance when the body is overloaded with toxins, and it can disrupt the delicate hormonal equilibrium necessary for fertility. So by eliminating toxins and supporting the liver's detoxification process, hormonal balance can be restored, and that will positively impact the reproductive function. Detoxification also enhances our nutrient absorption. So when we do periodic cleansing or fasting practices, this improves our nutrient absorption, and when the digestive system is given a break from constant food intake, it can really focus on repairing and rejuvenating. So this really allows for a better absorption of essential nutrients, vitamins, and minerals that are crucial for reproductive health. And detoxification also contributes to our increased vitality and energy. So when we fast or we do detox, we stay on detoxing foods or juices for a while, what it does to our body, it enhances the level of prana or the level of life force energy in our body. And as we eliminate more and more accumulated toxins from the body, we experience a renewed sense of vitality and energy. And this increased vitality really positively impact our fertility, and also at the same time enhances our body's ability to conceive as well as sustain a healthy pregnancy. Now, intermittent fasting is a great tool to detox. So, intermittent fasting is a dietary pattern that alternates between periods of fasting and eating. And this practice allows the body to enter a state of ketosis where it relies on stored fat for energy. Intermittent fasting can be customized really based on the individual preferences and may involve fasting for a specific number of hours daily or following a fasting regimen for a few days for each month. Now, intermittent fasting is a really interesting topic that I personally practice and I have huge interest in. We will probably have more details in the upcoming chapters, but just to add on, so when the woman is planning to conceive, intermittent fasting can play a great role in rejuvenating her overall reproductive health, and she can ideally choose fasting window and eating window of 16 hours and eating window of 8 hours. And once she's pregnant, she will probably have to let go of all kind of fasting practices. So prior conception is a great time to detoxify and restore the prana well in the body, restore the the nutrient absorption power in the body, etc. Once you're pregnant, you have to eat well. But once you are, let's say, you're on the postpartum period and the body has adjusted well to the breastfeeding, like my son is now almost 18 months and I've still been breastfeeding quite well. We can also practice intermittent fasting while in the breastfeeding period, but that requires certain precautions. That a woman should not fast more than about 14 to 15 hours in a day. So the eating window would be around 9 to 10 hours, and fasting window can last till 14 or 15 hours. We'll cover more on the postpartum journey on this, but for now, I mean, these practices are really great in order to enhance our reproductive health. Another practice that adds on is really mindful eating. And mindful eating it means like cultivating awareness and gratitude while eating. So in yogic tradition, mindful eating is really seen as a very sacred practice that extends beyond the act of nourishing the body, and it involves bringing conscious awareness and gratitude to each bite and fostering a deeper connection with the food that we consume. Conscious breathing is another mindful practice, where we can, before each meal, we can take a moment to engage in mindful breathing and sit in a comfortable position, close our eyes and take a few deep conscious breaths. And this helps bring us into a present state, present moment, and allowing us to fully connect with the experience of eating and focusing on the sensation of the breath as we inhale and exhale, and grounding ourselves in the present moment before we begin eating. Gratitude is another beautiful practice to add on, and it's really important for us to be aware of the food that we eat and also eat it with gratitude. So just if we just take a moment to reflect on the journey of the food and the seed on our plate, and acknowledging the efforts of those involved in cultivation, harvest, and preparation, and taking a moment to express gratitude and develop a deeper appreciation for the nourishment that is being provided by the food to us and cultivating a mindful approach towards eating. Next important practice would be to really engage our senses while eating. So as we sit down to eat and engage our senses fully and notice the aroma, colors and texture of our food, and take a moment to really appreciate the visual beauty and nourishing the qualities of the meal, chewing slowly and savor each bite, allowing the flavors to unfold on our plate, and engaging all our senses carefully and enhancing the sensory experience and deepening our connection to our food is a great idea that really helps in connecting and as part of our mindful eating practice. And awareness of our hunger and fullness is another great mindful eating practice. So tuning into our body's hunger and fullness cues is really, really important. So when we eat and only when we are genuinely hungry, and stop eating when we are comfortably satisfied, and avoid any distractions such as screen or multitasking while eating, and allowing ourselves to fully experience the meal and listen to our body's natural signals. That is another great practice to add on as part of our mindful eating. Coming on to food and pranic energy and maximizing the vitality for fertility. So in yogic philosophy, food is also seen as a carrier of pranic energy and the life force energy that sustains and vitalizing all living beings. So the concept of pranic energy really highlights the importance of consuming fresh, organic, and locally sourced foods to maximize vitality and promoting overall well-being of and as well as enhance the fertility. So choosing pranic dense food would be a great step towards maximizing, vitality and fertility and our overall health. So pranic density refers to amount of life force or energy that is present in a particular food. So usually fresh, organic and locally sourced foods are really believed to have higher pranic density compared to processed or heavily preserved. So pranic density is influenced by the factors such as quality of soil, farming practices, and the time elapsed since the harvest. Consuming foods with higher pranic density really supports a body's energetic balance and enhances our overall vitality also. Now, fresh and organic foods. So fresh and whole foods that are minimally processed and free from chemical additives are considered to have higher pranic vitality. And these foods retain their natural energy and nutritional values and provide essential vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that supports our reproductive health. And choosing organic options really reduces the exposure of harmful pesticides and also ensures the purity and the pranic vitality of the food. Next is great option is to choose locally sourced foods. So locally sourced foods really have a shorter time span between harvest and consumption, and they preserve their pranic vitality way more as compared to foods that are imported from other places. So really supporting our local farmers and consuming seasonal produce also fosters a very deeper connection with earth and the natural rhythms of the environment that we are currently living in. Also, locally sourced foods tend to be more fresher and have higher pranic density as compared to foods that have traveled long distances. Now, pranic vitality and fertility. So, maximizing pranic vitality through consumption of fresh, organic, locally sourced food, as we discussed, can really have a great impact on our reproductive health. And pranic energy not only just nourishes our reproductive system, but also enhance our overall vitality. And also at the same time, inside of the reproductive system, it does play a great role in balancing our hormones. And hence it really promotes the flow of overall vital energy throughout our body and optimizes the function of endocrine system and enhances the chances of healthy conception as well as healthy pregnancy. Let's look into Ayurvedic cooking for vitality and really infusing more prana and nourishment in our food. So Ayurveda, as discussed, is really ancient Indian system of medicine that offers holistic approach for eating and consuming food, and it also has a very holistic approach that has great benefits for our fertility and well-being. So Ayurvedic cooking principles can play a very significant role in supporting the fertility health for us as human beings, and by using certain specific spices and herbs and cooking methods that promotes balance and vitality, we can really add on to our overall health and well-being. So additionally, preparing meals with love and intention also infuses prana or life force energy into the food and enhances the nourishing qualities of the food. And hence, that's why we recommend to cook a lot more inside your home as compared to buying already cooked foods from the market. Balancing spices and herbs. So really Ayurveda recognizes the therapeutic properties of spices and herbs that promotes overall health, and also there are many herbs inside of Ayurvedic system that really support in enhancing the fertility. And some common spices that are used, we discussed list of them previously, but just to name them once again quickly would be turmeric, cumin, coriander, cardamom, ginger, cinnamon, etc. So these are the spices that are believed to enhance and balance doshas, the three energetic principles that we discussed earlier in short, and also enhance the digestive fire, which is really essential for optimal nutrient absorption. Now, choosing nourishing cooking methods. So Ayurveda really emphasizes on gentle cooking methods that preserves the prana and nutrients in the food. So steaming, boiling, and sauteing with ghee or oil are preferred over deep frying or overcooking the veggies or the food. So this method really help retain the vital energy and the nutritional value of the ingredients, ensuring maximum benefits of for our overall health and well-being. Mindful preparation is also part of Ayurvedic way and lifestyle, and the energy retention, that we put into our food and the intention that we infuse through it while cooking the food and while preparing the ingredients and every process of food making, this also influences the pranic vitality. So Ayurveda really encourage that we cook with love, gratitude, positive intentions, and practice mindfulness while focusing on the task at hand and being really present while preparing the meals and enhancing the energetic quality of the food. Choosing seasonal and locally sourced ingredients is also a great add-on to walking towards Ayurvedic lifestyle, cooking and eating lifestyle. So Ayurveda emphasizes on using seasonal and locally sourced ingredients, as seasonal foods are believed to naturally balance the body during specific time of the years. So locally sourced ingredients have higher pranic vitality as they are fresh and better suited to the local climate wherever you are living at this point. So, including a variety of colorful fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, and nuts, in accordance with the seasons, supports our fertility and overall well-being. So, Ayurveda also recognizes that each individual is unique, and their dietary recommendations should also be tailor-made for one's specific constitution and imbalances. So it may not be possible for everyone to follow exact, but to whatever extent it's possible to include Ayurvedic principles of cooking and eating into their dietary lifestyle can be greatly beneficial for enhancing the benefits to the reproductive health. So integrating yogic practices with nutrition, nurturing digestion, hormonal balance, and overall wellness. With its holistic approach to well-being, it offers a wealth of practices that can be seamlessly integrated with nutrition to support digestion, assimilation, and overall wellness. So by combining yogic practices like asanas, pranayama, meditation, and by this way, people can really, especially women, can really enhance their digestive capacity, regulate their hormones, and promote their reproductive health. And we can practice asanas that are specifically focused on digestion, and there are certain yoga asanas that stimulate digestion and improve gut health and enhance nutrient absorption. So poses such as Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold, or Ardha Asana, the half-load fish pose, and Pavan Muktasana, which is wind relieving pose. These are all asanas, and there are many more that can activate the digestive system and increase the blood flow in the abdomen and promote peristalsis process. And these asanas can aid in relieving digestive discomfort, reduce bloating, and support efficient nutrient assimilation. When we add pranayama to our life, these pranayama can play a significant role in balancing the hormone and supporting the reproductive health. And specific pranayamas like Brahmari, the bee breath, or the Nadi Shodra pranayama, which is alternative nostril breathing, and Kapalbhati, the skull shining breath, can help reduce stress and balance hormones, and also enhance the function of endocrine system. So like regular practice of the pranayama can really support our body's natural hormone regulation mechanisms and fosters overall reproductive health and well-being. Meditation can also be incorporated in addition to, in combination when we are practicing and changing our the dietary lifestyles and incorporating all these practices. Then meditation can also be incorporated in our daily life. That will really deepen the mind-body connection and positively impact the overall well-being. And mindfulness meditation in particular really allows people to develop awareness of their bodily sensations, emotions, and thoughts, and fosters a deeper understanding of their nutritional needs. Now we can also include some hormonal balancing practices. So specific yoga practices and sequences that help balance hormones and support reproductive health can be added to our day-to-day lifestyle practices when we are in pursuit of working on our reproductive health or in our pursuit to conceive as women, and for the male partners if they are willing to help and be 50% partners or 100% partners in the process of conception. They both can together work towards their reproductive health by adding all these lifestyle changes that will greatly enhance their chances to conceive and be great parents and nurture a beautiful child. So when we are trying to add hormone balancing practices, Surya Namaskaras is a great basic practice that can be added on, which really stimulates the endocrine system and enhances the energy flow throughout the body. Setu Bandhasana, which is bridge pose or supported bridge pose, and poses like the goddess pose, the Supbandha Posasana, and Vipreet Karniyasana, or the legs up to the wall pose, are really examples of asanas that can help regulate the hormonal health and improve the blood circulation to the reproductive organs and reduce stress and tension in the pelvic region. Now, Ayurvedic nutrition, which we have discussed quite in detail, can be integrated here as part of integrating yoga practice as well as Ayurvedic nutrition, and all this can really enhance the benefits of our yoga practice as well as enhance the benefit of our yogic diet, because they are complementary to each other. And for example, eating in accordance to one's dosha and including sattvic foods like fresh fruits and vegetables, whole grains, and herbs that are in particularly in alignment with our Ayurvedic dosha can really help in our hormonal balance, digestion, and ultimately enhance our reproductive health. So when we combine the concepts of Ayurvedic cooking, Ayurvedic understanding of doshas, and we have right way to approach Ayurvedic lifestyle and dietary practices, as well as right focused asanas on our reproductive health. Combining them is a great tool together to bring fertility in our life. Now, in conclusion, yoga can really play a significant and multifaceted role in promoting conception by supporting nutritional balance and aiding fertility. So through the practice of yoga, we can enhance our overall well-being, regulate our hormones, reduce stress, and create a harmonious environment for the conception to really take place. And when we integrate mindfulness, balanced nutrition, and specific yoga postures designed for fertility, that can really have profound effects on our overall reproductive health and the fertility outcomes that we look for. So it's really important that we keep in mind that yoga and nutrition should be integrated as part of a comprehensive approach alongside an appropriate medical guidance and potential fertility treatment if one is going through certain fertility treatments. So one way is that if the individuals are already healthy or might have certain slight minor health issues that are preventing them from conceiving, then integrating yogic lifestyle and nutrition and Ayurvedic way of cooking and lifestyle can really enhance their chances of conceiving. But if they are already undergoing a certain medical procedure or fertility treatment, at the same time, this can also act as a great complementary approach to their currently going on treatment. But if they are going through a certain treatment, consulting their doctors or healthcare professionals or fertility specialists will be really recommended, because some practices may or may not resonate with the treatments they are receiving from the conventional doctors or medical treatment. So seeking appropriate support from women going through this journey, seeking appropriate support from the right doctors as well as the right Ayurvedic practitioners as well as the right kind of yoga teachers will really help them to create a great balance of all these practices. So with that, I hope this was helpful, and and contributed to your understanding on how yoga, mindfulness eating practices, Ayurveda cooking, and eating practices can contribute to one's reproductive and fertility health. And I'm sure you will benefit many through this understanding. With that, thank you and namaste.